Hi, I'm Stephanie, and I've decided to start doing a video blog on YouTube. Just kind of an outlet for what I'm going through. I know lots of women out there can relate, and so feel free to comment, subscribe, give me suggestions. I've never done this before, so just diving right in. Um, Tell you a little bit about myself. About a month ago, I was diagnosed. Well, let's back up before then. So, back in January, I discovered a small lump, but it felt more like a cyst. And we were working on getting insurance. My husband and I have our own business. And with COVID, for some reason, getting insurance was a mess. And our paperwork kept getting lost, not by us, but so it took about 3 months. A couple of weeks before the insurance came through, my breasts turned red and hot and swollen and painful, and I thought I had an infection. Um, so I waited for the insurance, and when it came through, I went to the ER. I knew by the looks on the ER doctors' faces that it wasn't good. But they didn't really tell me too much. They did set me up with a mammogram. And let me tell all of you women, I am 42 years old, and I should have started getting mammograms, I guess, at 35. And I just didn't. I don't have much family history. Um, I was busy. So don't be too busy. That's my word of advice. And if anything seems suspicious, insurance or not, find help. So in my case, it might not have made a difference. Um, it presented as inflammatory breast cancer, which is like 5%. It is invasive ductal carcinoma. Very fast growing, very aggressive. It originally they said triple negative, but it is 25% estrogen sensitive. And by the way, I am sitting at my doctor's office right now. I'm about to do chemo here in a few minutes. So if this video abruptly ends, that would be why. Where was I? Chemo brain. It's a real thing. So, anyways, mammogram. Went to the mammogram and was asked me to stay for a sonogram and told me pretty immediately that it was breast cancer, at least stage 3. Went back for official biopsy, confirmed it, and then we started a whole new battery of tests, some of which were scans to find out if it had metastasized. The first round of scans came back that showed that the cancer had moved into my mediastinum, which is basically right here. Ooh, sorry about that. Right here. And that it was moving into the bones in my chest. And so they scheduled another scan, a PET scan, and told me that the results of that scan were basically going to tell us whether we were doing palliative care or curative care. For those of you who don't know what that means, palliative care is just make you comfortable. There's nothing more they can do. Curative care is with the goal of curing you. Thankfully, the results of that scan did show that while it is in my mediastinum, it's only a little bit in my mediastinum, and so we're still going for curative care. Yay! And we're going to beat it because I'm much stronger than cancer. At first, everything really seemed like a dream. Even as I got my port, you can see it's accessed, ready for chemo. It still mostly didn't seem real. I had moments, mainly at night, where it would suddenly hit me and I would cry. But for the most part, it just wasn't real. I didn't want it to be real. Who does? I'm not a candidate for surgery yet. It is too large and it is growing too fast. So I had my first chemo 2 weeks ago today. Did pretty well with it. Until last night, I still had hair. And then last night it started falling out in clumps, so it was time. Sexy, right? Right. Um, First chemo, other than the hair falling out, like I said, went pretty well. I was tired a lot, no major vomiting. Started the chemo brain stuff, just some confusion and ability to really think like I normally do is the best way to describe it. So I live in a great little neighborhood and I've got some ladies there that have really stepped up to offer to help, so that's awesome. My 14-year-old is helping. It's hard on her. I don't think it's really real for her yet either, but I'm probably getting more real every day now. Sorry. I'm scared. I don't want to die. I've never had to really face my mortality like this. You always think about it, right? Everybody knows that someday they're going to die. But there's something different about it when it's a real possibility. It's just a whole different feeling. But that's not going to happen. We have named my cancer the blob. I decided that it doesn't get a real name because it's stupid. So it gets a stupid name. And we are going to kill Blob. And that's what we're working on. Oh, I hear my doctor. Bye. Well, maybe not.